I forgot to fill the chicken feed and let it sit overnight with water, unfortunately. Sit you guys up. It's a little chilly here this morning. It's only like in the 40s right now. So it's kind of chilly. But it's nice out. It's kind of refreshing. Yeah. Just looking at the grapevine, had the thought of, I better check to make sure the bugs have not arrived yet. Otherwise the plant's getting a dusting of diatomaceous earth. Our son did not sleep very well through the night. He was up 3 times, basically every 3 hours. And then finally up the 4th time at 5 a.m. Yeah. After I just put him back to bed at 4:20 a.m. So my husband and I are rather tired. Today, I know we're supposed to be practicing social distancing and everything, but myself and my friends don't really go out. We're not really, I have 2 kids. I can't be very social, and my friends are not that social to begin with, and I have to take something from our daughter.
Hey, Mommy.
Hi, I see that you got it. I love that we're so independent, but you can't have these. I'm just going to continue what I'm doing. And the chickens are waiting for me. So anyway, back to myself. Sorry, that sounds very selfish and self-centered. There's another word I can't think of right now. Possibly that I'm missing. Hi guys. But back to my explanation. I am going to go see some friends of mine that I have not seen in, going on like 2 months or more. And neither myself or the friend of mine really go out at all. Oh, sorry. Oh well. I tried. It didn't work very well, but I tried. Nice strawberry. I'll let you guys have yours. And while I'm doing this, while I'm up here, check. Okay, let me check this real fast. Now you're probably wondering, why am I touching the leaves? Well, I'm touching the leaves because when I touch the leaves, if there were any of the little flying bugs that suck the juices and choke the leaves out, they would just swarm up. Ooh, we can feel this. So these bugs would just swarm up out of off the plant, and I'm gonna go back onto the plant, and I would know that they were there. But there are none there, which is good. Let's check on this stuff. Looks like everything that I planted in here just kind of like got clustered together, and a little bit in the center. I missed this side, but got this side. But I'm pretty sure all this other blades of grass stuff is probably oats, because they're kind of where I've seen oat seeds. So, and then peas should be sprouting up in here someplace. I think that's a pea right there. That one. There's another pea over there. There's a couple, I think, over there. haven't heard that moment. I just heard. I'm not gonna open this right now because it's only like 40 something degrees. It's really not that warm. Gonna turn the water on. In the yard. Get in. Close that off. This up. Turn this on. Probably don't really need the grass on, but I don't know. Let's see if my son falls asleep. Yep, despite my daughter. Hi, Siren. Despite her. Huh? What? I didn't understand. Do you want to repeat? Are Splash and Bubbles interacting with a sea turtle? Splash and Bubbles. PBS. Very good station. Approved of many things. So, going back to myself and my friends and I, I don't really go out because I have 2 kids, and the only time I go out is for necessities, which is to get groceries that we can't grow or haven't grown. Doctor's appointments and that sort of thing. That's really kind of the only time that I go out. And my friends are they're not social butterflies. Generally, they are. I can't think of the word right now. I think introvert is the one that I'm looking for. I think that's the word. I think they're introverts for the most part. And for the most part, I'm fairly extroverted. I'm a very friendly person. But my friends are kind of introverts. And so they don't go out much either. So there's not really a whole lot of chance for us to be carrying COVID-19, and we're still abiding by the social distancing, no groups larger than 5, and whatnot. I'm only hanging out with one friend. Like, I don't hang out with a lot of people, and I don't generally hang out with more than one person or 2 very often. It's kind of a rare occurrence if I'm in a big group of people. But that's why. And I'm going up to have coffee and sit in their backyard. We're not like going out. I'm going over to their house and we're hanging out. More than likely on the back patio and having coffee. That's our thing. But moving on from that fact, yesterday one thing that makes me happy is that I heard twice hummingbirds. So yesterday, I'll show you guys when we're out there. I'm letting the pan soak. I hung hummingbird feeders. I have 2 hummingbird feeders. So I hung them. I made hummingbird feeder food, and I hung them. And personally, I even went to the Smithsonian website to check on the proportions of sugar to water. And they specifically say don't add red food coloring because they don't really need it for 1. And for 2, I don't think that it's really necessarily good for them. I think I've heard that at least once. I don't add food coloring. What I do use is I use natural cane sugar. I don't use bleached sugar. Alright, sugar doesn't come that way. sugar actually comes with a lot of potassium, which is what the brown is, which is why you have brown sugar and why you have blackstrap molasses. When you, in part of the processing of getting sugar crystals, you end up with blackstrap molasses, which is actually the high potassium count stuff from the sugar. So I just use natural raw sugar, and so that's why my sugar water for the hummingbirds is kind of brown. And they seem to honestly like it better. And they actually seem to like it a little thinner. But I could be wrong. But the hummingbirds definitely liked my yard. And I'll show you guys, I'll explain why the hummingbirds like my yard a lot, for some reason. That's chicken coop that was on the look. So this is just to reassure people, because I am using this and it does get used in our house for other things. Our water out of our faucet is boiling hot. It steams, so it's sterilizing. And yes, I know I'm kind of like losing my voice or whatever on occasion. But that's because of allergies. I'm very much allergic to things like ash, cottonwood, juniper, and those are all blooming. So I have some allergies. And I know it's allergies generally. I'm pretty sure the juniper makes my eyes itch and water. I'm pretty sure. I think the ash causes extra mucus buildup, which is what you hear me like trying to clear. And then the cottonwoods make me sneeze like that. And the reason they make my eyes water and itch. And the reason I know this is because I went down to here in New Mexico. I went to I think it was the zoo. We went to our local Albuquerque Zoo, and all of a sudden I sneezed several times while we were there. My eyes were really itching and kind of burning, and I was absolutely miserable. And then I realized what I was standing under, and it was a bunch of cottonwood trees that were all in blossom, and their seeds were floating around everywhere. And for those of you who may not be familiar with cottonwoods, they're a very large tree, and their seed kind of speaks to the name. The seed is a blown by the wind kind of seed, and it's fluffy and it looks like cotton, and they make me sneeze. So that's in bloom, and that's what is going on with me. And aside from being up at multiple times in the night, because our son didn't get cereal to eat right before bed, and back in bed, he was up multiple times in the night, because he's 5 months old now, and he really wants food, and I can't wait personally to start giving him actually other semi-solid other than baby cereal. I can't wait to give him like avocado blended up, and green beans and peas and spinach and homegrown kale or collard or broccoli grains. He's got a lot of more of the like bitter foods to go through before he gets to the sweet stuff. But let me show you guys really quickly my hummingbird feeders. So there's one, and I'll get closer so you guys can see. So as you can probably tell, it's kind of brown looking. Oh, hello. He's got that, I believe, is a Say's Phoebe, the bird on the wire. I believe. My uncle told me I was mistaken at some point, but who knows for sure. And then our other feeder over here. Oh, this is getting watered. Wonderful. These needed to get watered. As you can see, our transplants. And they've perked up actually since yesterday. So these are happy. But there's, I'll zoom in for you guys. There's my other hummingbird feeder, and it's filled with sugar water that's used with natural raw cane sugar, so it's kind of brown, so it has potassium. Everything's getting watered. We have some things to, that's probably a good thing I'm checking on this right now. Don't think that this is supposed to be up here necessarily. Maybe it is. I'll confer with Kevin later and see if that's where he put it, because you don't really want your potatoes getting drenched and drowning, because then they rot. We don't want them to rot, but we don't want them to starve of water. Beat the sprinkler! Ah! Okay, let's go feed these chickens who are talking this way. Wait a bit. And a Winnie dog has not been caught in the garden since 2 years. Last night she wasn't in the garden. Hopefully we won't catch her in the garden again tonight, having eaten chicken food. I don't know why she eats chicken food. I don't get it. It's just like, why do you eat chicken food? Our dogs eat a lot of other things, and that includes things like greens. Our dogs eat greens. Some people might be baffled by this, but our dogs will actually eat broccoli and kale and dandelion greens. Our dogs graze. It's kind of funny. And I'll tell you how old our dogs are. Reggae or Chanticleer. Come on. Come on. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright. Give me that. There. Watch out. Well, come on. She's laying there. Little chicken eggs. Sorry, I'm picking legs so that I can just set you guys down wherever. Chanticleer, go get breakfast. Oh, somebody broke an egg. It was probably Hei's egg. See, you can tell. Oh, there's more than one egg under here. Yep. Guys, broke egg, huh? Are you going to lay an egg, or are you going to stand in here? Alright. I'm not going to get them those 2 eggs right now at this very second. I'm just going to... I think she's either being kind of broody, or, well, you know what? I think I'll just take her out. Now I think about it. Come here. Alright, well then go. She's either being broody, or she really needs to lay an egg. Did somebody else come in? Nope, they're just underneath. And if she really needs to lay an egg, then she'll go back in. But she seems to be hungry. She's probably going to catch a bite to eat first before. And I would say, judging from the time on this, I might turn this off. Alright, now, before I forget, that's one of the things I need to do. Fill up this again and let it sit overnight. So, getting back to our dogs, who are, let me get the sun out of your guys, who are actually engineers and are grazers. They're funny like that. They eat greens, as I was saying, like dandelions, collard greens, kale, spinach, and whatnot. Winnie, the little brown dog who keeps getting in the garden, is probably about 12. Yeah. Possibly going on 13. And then Dancer, our German Shepherd Siberian Husky mix, she is 10. And they still pull my husband on his skateboard together. Hi, Siren. Where did you get those? Those are, I think, blocks of wax. Can you go put those back where you got them from? I don't know where she got it from.
Can you go back? You found it.
Yes, I see that you found it. Oh, so I think I know where you got these. You got these out of the pantry. Thank you. Ah.
Where's the lock?
She got them. She got them from the other North Room. I am not getting you the mini weights. You can have nuts, which are out in the kitchen. Let's get you some nuts.
I want
Okay. I'll give you a shake. I'm gonna give her a protein shake. Where is your cup? Can you go get your yellow cup?
found it.
Yay, good job. Oh, your yellow cup is full of water.
Drink
How about you drink some water?
No.
You drink some water. Look, Siren, come here. Look, Mom. Look how much I want you to drink.
No.
Well, then I can't put it in this cup. I have to get a different one.
No. No. No.
There's a purple one.
Purple one.
Okay. So, our dogs are 10 and 12, possibly 13. And they both pull my husband on his skateboard oftentimes, at least twice a week. I think they've missed out this week. But part of that is because Dancer got a cut on her right foot. I think it's on the right foot. From chasing a squirrel and managing to actually catch him and hold him through the fence for a moment or two. And she stepped, I think, on some metal paneling and she sliced herself pretty good. It was a very clean slice, but so it's healing really fast. But that's why. But they're older dogs, and I will. And because they eat all of those greens and everything, they actually have a really well balanced diet. Their joints don't bother them, and they don't have cataracts in their eyes. Imagine that. Alright, I'm going to stop this video here because it's already at like 23, almost half an hour. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And thanks again for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.
We go.